Let's let you talk about this young lady to your right. Have at it, yes.
Let's start with the kid that we wouldn't have won without. I mean, I don't want to take up the whole time talking about Iyana. When we got here, she's one of the ones that stayed with us when we were hired. She didn't commit to play for me. She's been through hell and high water, through an ACL. I've been really hard on her this year. But I remember last year when we lost in March, and she was like, I don't want to do this again. I want to win in March. And so we talked about learning how to win in March. She's playing the best basketball of her career right now, and that's the reason we won today, and that's the reason we're going to have the best March in the history of our program.
Why did you stay? Because of Shea?
I mean, it's Shea Ralph.
Hey, Tom Garrett.
I think that's all they're going to say.
Yeah.
It's Coach Ralph comes from a winning program, and I wanted to come here and do something special. And I mean, why not do something special with her?
We were talking you up before the game because everybody talks about Michaela Blakes, Camille Pierre, and what they do, but you are so interesting. They need you. And when Blakes maybe had a big game, I thought maybe you could take more shots, and you did that today. So what was your emphasis coming into the game?
I mean, just going out there and being able to do what I can do for my team. Just stepping out there, being confident. If my team needs me to do something, shoot the ball, go out there and hustle, whatever it is, I'm just going to go out there and do it, be the best version of myself.
I would add, she has one of the highest basketball IQs that I've seen in a college player. So you can see her in the huddle, talking to the bench.
Yeah.
She's locked into every possession. So I feel like that partly calms down the team too when, the game is a game of runs. But because they have her leadership out on the court, they're not constantly looking it over at us for, what comes next.
Honestly, I feel like we saw that today.
Yeah.
And listen, we were talking about you yesterday, not just today.
That's right, Kelly.
We were talking about you yesterday as well because we know how talented you are. I thought your experience, your poise, and your confidence was needed today. I thought you gave that. Where do you draw your confidence?
I mean, whatever's done in the dark always comes to the light. So, I mean, I'm constantly working in the gym, constantly working with our coaches, watching film, doing whatever I can do to get better. So, I mean, that's just going to show when we're out here on the court.
We know the last time you all played them and beat them, you only turned it over 12 times, which is way less than what Tennessee wants to give up. And, Coach, I know you're looking, and 15's the number, but 7 through 3 quarters,
Yes.
which is fabulous. You win a lot of games that way. How much do you emphasize taking care of the ball, and how do you emphasize it with your team when you know you're going up against that team?
I think you understand as a basketball player, if you don't take care of the ball, you're not going to win a lot of games. And we also know that that's their style. They're going to play it no matter what. They're going to play it if they're up 20. They're going to play it if they're down 20. We knew if we could take care of the ball, we would get great shots on offense. So we started there. And I thought we prepped for a long time, and we did a really good job with it the first time we played them. So it didn't take a lot of time yesterday knowing, okay, we got to play them. We know exactly what they're going to do, and this is how we have to execute to be successful.
Shea, we had Dawn Staley up here at the half, and she's like, I'm tired watching the pace of the first half. What did you make of it, and then maybe did it change to you down the stretch?
A little bit. I think there's always ebbs and flows. Players get fatigued. I love that my kids didn't, for the most part. I mean, Coach Tom was telling me to get them out for a break, and I'm looking at them, and they're like, no. I'm looking at the bench, they're like, get them out. The players are like, no. I'm like, God, I'm supposed to be the one that makes the call.
We were talking about it over here.
So it's funny because I knew that they wanted to be out on the court to win the game because they knew exactly what had to be done, and they did not get tired. You felt towards the end we got a little bit lazier. I don't think that was fatigue. I think that was just us getting lazy and wanting the game to be over. But we have to make sure that we clean that up as we move on into March.
Okay, and as you move on, what's next? How do you get them flipped, mentally, physically ready for another tough opponent?
We enjoy this for like an hour. Yeah, we get some food, we get a shower. Well, my staff put together the scout, and then we're going to turn right back around and get ready because we knew we were going to stay. We want to stay for as long as we can. We came here to win.
Before we let you guys go, I want to ask you, and you can speak for yourself, you can speak for your teammates, but the edge with which you all play, especially against that team, it was fun to watch it. I know Camille was a big part of that, the fire. Is there a little added something when you're watching that Tennessee squad on the other side?
I mean, not really. We're hoopers. We're going out there and it's edge versus anybody. We're going out there and we're hungry. We're going out there and we're going to win. So, I mean, whoever's next, we're just going out there and having fun. And as long as we're doing that, we're good.
This was this was the most fun game I've seen through 2 days
awesome.
here. Thank you all for the performance, and thanks for coming up here.
Great game.
Appreciate you both. Iyana Moore, Shea Ralph, and Vanderbilt on to the quarterfinals where they will face